Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome in, creator. Welcome. Welcome in. My name is Super Siri. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Sundays. I guess it's now Sundays. And today we're playing Ace Attorney. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm eating dinner though. I don't want to get my charger. Alright, well, fair enough. I hope you're feeling better today, creator. It's good to see you. We're having another late night stream, so fun stuff. I know, I gotta get it together here. Let's see. What do I got on the menu today? Oh, I got coffee. Hold on. Hold on. Shh, hold on. No, not that one. Some nice... We need Gatto's theme. I don't know. Do I have Gatto's theme on here? Oh, I do. There it is. Coffee. I'm not better in the slightest. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. My goodness. Oh no. Don't feel worse. Feel better. Oh. Drink some hot chalky. Feel a little better. Y'all, we're drinking some coffee right now. Here you go. Some delicious coffee. Yum. Delicious. Just how I like my streams. Murdery. Ah. I sure do love coffee. I don't know if I would drink 11 cups though, but coffee. I have coffee beans. Close enough. Just don't eat them. Yeah, you can just hold on to them. Yellow, welcome in, Doc Flea. It's good to see you again. We're enjoying some coffee right now. Some good, delicious coffee. Yummy, yummy for my brain. Yeah, don't eat the coffee beans. I don't think you can eat those. I can eat coffee beans? I'm gonna look that up. I don't know if I believe that. Hold on a second. We're gonna do some research. Shh. You have to look up now if we can eat. Can you eat coffee beans? We have to know now. Yes, you can eat coffee beans. Oh. Oh. They can be bitter and quite hard to chew though. So good luck with that. Just all you hear from creators like, yum! Oh, yum! Flipping headphones, please. There you go. All you hear is, yum! I sure do love coffee beans. Delicious. Why? Come on. There we go. Sorry. Because I'm using my old mic, the headphone port in my mic doesn't work very well. Yeah, and good luck eating those coffee beans. Apparently you can eat them, but like, do you really want to do that? Yum. Today I'm enjoying some coffee. I felt like the weather permitted it. Hope you timed that perfectly with the battery low. What, my headphones acting weird? Yeah. I'm really a coffee drinker, but a hot milk would satisfy my morning. Ooh. I don't see. I've tried drinking like warm milk or hot milk, and I'm like, maybe it's just like a preference. That's probably what it is. It's just a preference for me. But if you enjoy it, then heck yeah, enjoy it. I mean, not really. You can eat them, but like, would you really want to do that? They're safe to consume, but like, I hope everyone's doing well today. I hope everyone's having a good night, a good evening. Me personally, I'm doing okay. I've been lazy today. I've been very lazy today. I feel like I've been lazy for 2 days. Seems to be my thing right now, is to either I'm being lazy or I'm working on stuff, and lately it's just been lazy. The coffee. Oh, well, I mean, are those like jelly bean coffee beans or like coffee bean coffee beans? Those look like jelly beans. Uh, Gosh dang keyboard made me type different words. Yeah, are those coffee beans or jelly beans? Oh, they do look like coffee beans now that I'm looking at them. It's so interesting. I'm so confused. Whoops, crap. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. Like I said, I've been lazy. They are chocolate covered coffee beans. Oh, I guess you can eat those then. I guess you can consume coffee beans. Are they good? I've never eaten a coffee bean. I've never eaten a coffee bean before. They're yummy. Well, if you say so. As long as you enjoy them, that's all that matters. I said this yesterday, by the way. I was talking about it a little bit. I have been like... Hold on a second. This music's a little... Where's my thing? There it is. A little loud in my ear. There we go. It's 8 and I sleep in 3 hours. I ain't sleeping. Uh-oh. So you don't go to bed until like 11? My goodness. Yes, sir. Go to bed. I have been like looking at... I've been looking at webtoons. Or is that what it's called? Webtoon comics stuff? I love it. It's been a great old treat. It's becoming a new obsession of mine here lately. But it's one of those obsessions I know I'll get into for a bit and then I'll, you know, drop after a while. So, fun stuff. What else is there? I don't think there's much else to note. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I did say next Monday is my dad's birthday, but my dad is going to be sick. So my dad is sick at the moment, so we won't be able to celebrate on his birthday. So I might be streaming next Monday, which is fair, but still pretty funny. I like the tan ones better. I don't know why though. It's a preference. Maybe it's the type of chocolate they used. I don't know. They look like they're caramel covered. I wouldn't have even thought those were coffee beans until now. You would have fooled me. You could very easily just say, "Yep, those are jelly beans, Siri," and I would have been like, "Oh, okay, sure." If you say so, you say so, you little scamp. Oh. Oh man, I just looked at my playlist and I see Stardew Valley. And I'm like, oh, I haven't played Stardew Valley in a while. And I kind of miss it. Maybe I should go back to playing Stardew Valley again. Maybe we'll come back to Stardew Valley at some point. Who knows? Maybe for I'm trying to remember if I planned anything for my birthday this year. I don't think I have. Maybe we'll play some of my favorites. We'll do that. We'll play some of my favorites for my birthday. That'd be fun. Play some Stardew Valley, some Animal Crossing, hang out for a bit. Maybe we'll play like some games that we haven't played in a while. You know, like what's that called? Such Art? I haven't played Such Art in a minute, and that's always fun. All that good stuff. I also want to note, I said this yesterday too. I finished Detroit Become Human, so I finally got to uninstall it from my computer. And the thing is with Detroit Become Human, because it's such a graphics heavy game, it takes up a lot of my computer space. So more computer here lately, because I've been playing Detroit Become Human, has been like, please help me. Please. So the poor thing has been struggling at the moment. But I've uninstalled it, so now it's like, oh, thank God. We're no longer playing the graphics heavy game that is Detroit Become Human. I could feel it just like taking a weight off its shoulders, like, oh. I just realized I started watching you 6 months ago. Oh, 6-month anniversary. Happy 6-month anniversary. Half anniversary. We're halfway there. So glad. So glad. I love when you guys come back around or you watch from time to time. So much fun. I'm feeling chill today, even though I'm also jittery from all the coffee. I haven't really had any caffeine though besides that. Well, that's a lie. I've had tea too. Like iced tea. I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts. Because there's already not that much in it anyway. It was the Dead Plate stream? Oh. Yeah. No, it was, we didn't even get to play Dead Plate. It was, but yeah, no, you're right. It is that one. We played, I need to fix that thumbnail. It was, we played Married in Red, I think it's called. But we were supposed to play, Dead Plate. We just never got to it. I think I might have to get together with Hiki and Vaughn and all of them and see if we can play that. Finally. Finally played Dead Plate. Because they wanted to do voice work for Dead Plate, so. Yeah, we definitely gotta play that sometime. That's kinda, I think that's on my list even, I don't even know. I do know here soon, I think it's like, let me see. Next Monday is supposed to be Blind Drive, and then like, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday is supposed to be like Slay the Princess. I also got something planned for the 10th too, and I feel like it's gonna make people like very excited. It's either I'm gonna get a mixture. It's gonna be excitement, confusion as to what game this is, or oh god, not that game. Oh my god. Vaughn disappeared from the face of the earth. He honestly, yeah, he kind of does that. He'll like disappear from the server and then he'll come back again. And it's like a big hurrah and then he leaves. Haven't seen him in weeks. Yeah. Have you not heard from him in a while? Hope he's okay. I haven't heard from him in a minute. Has he not been on in a minute? I know I've got him added as a friend on my thing. God. Oh my god, I forgot about the, hold up. Oh, maybe they got, maybe he got banned? Because it's saying it's unable to load his stuff. Oy. That's interesting. I hope he's okay, wherever he may be. Darn. What was I thinking of? Nah, he's still good, but his parents had like a whole thing. Oh no. Ooh. Like I said, I hope he's okay. I mean, if he's still good, then that's good. Just sucks that he's going through stuff. Ah, darn it. I was saying something and I'd forgotten. By the way, is Tostada still alive? I haven't heard from Tostada in a while. I have to remember. Let me see. I don't even know if Tostada is still in our... I couldn't even tell you. AKA Lactose? Oh yeah, no. He's long gone. Not like, he's doing okay, I think, but he's long gone. He's kind of disappeared from the scene. I don't know what he's doing now, but yeah, he's long since left. That was a while back. Like a good, like 2 years ago. Yeah, unfortunately Lactose is kind of... He's went on to do other things, which is fair. I also haven't seen Peepaw in a while. Yeah, I'll have to bring Peepaw back at some point. I know you guys love Peepaw. I'll have to bring Peepaw back. Hope he's doing okay. I hope so too. I just know he just, you know, he left and haven't heard from him since. So hopefully he's doing okay. I know we left on good terms, so hopefully he's all right. Yeah, we have not seen Peepaw in a minute since the Halloween stream. I'll have to get Peepaw back in here at some point. He's currently in timeout at the moment for tying a hairdryer to the fan, to the ceiling fan, you know? Thinking maybe it would heat the house faster. While it was plugged in. I don't know how he did that. I hear it snoring sometimes to the wall. He is quite a loud snorer. He's quite a loud snorer, so I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, he's in timeout at the moment for tying a hairdryer to a ceiling fan and turning it on with this the hairdryer plugged in. Welcome in, Evie! It's even worse, he put in an extension cord. He used an extension cord to do it. I don't understand that, man. I really don't. I have, peanut butter M&Ms, by the way. Sorry, I'm enjoying this Kirby music. I did not mean to hit you. Well, I'll be back in 5 and need to charge my headphones? Alrighty. Now I'm curious. Yeah, Peepaw's in a bit of trouble. He tied a hair dryer to the ceiling, turned the ceiling fan on, or not the ceiling, but the ceiling fan. Turned the ceiling fan on with the hair dryer on, plugged in everything with an extension cord just because he thought it would heat the house faster. I don't know how he managed to do that, but he did it. And then, you know, in Peepaw fashion, he's like, I don't know what you mean. I thought this was the proper way to heat the house. I swear, he must have a prank channel somewhere. Because that old man, he just... he's a force to be reckoned with. Last week he tried to like enter our house with a mullet on, pretending to be like some distant uncle or something, just to prank us, you know? He's like, oh, I'm Uncle Beba or whatever, trying to be funny, and it was honestly kind of stupid. And then he ran around and started singing like 80s songs. It was very weird. Very weird, old man. I've been playing Minecraft and Metal Slug for a whole month. I must say, dang, my sleep schedule is exhausting. I feel that. But in a different way. Ever since my friend recommended them to play with him, just wait until I blow your guys' minds on Sunday. I promised I would play Balatro, and I'm going to play that. So we're probably going to play that on Sunday. But it's a fun card game. I'd recommend it. I ain't gonna lie, a little obsessed. A little obsessed. It's pretty fun. It is. It's loads of fun. Loads of fun. We'll probably start here in a minute. Just giving it a minute. Yeah, that's so funny. Balatro mention? Yeah. You can thank Dragon for getting me into it, because I would have not even looked into it, and Dragon told me about it. And then she taught me the ways, and now I'm obsessed with it, and actually not bad at it. I'm pretty good at it. If there's one thing you should know about Siri, is that if you teach her how to play a card game, she ends up being very good at it. Unintentionally very good at card games. Yeah, there's anything you should know. Siri's good at card games, if you teach her right. But yeah, I've had a little bit of an obsession with Balatro too. I've got it on my phone even. Yeah, I've got it on my computer and my phone. So I play Balatro pretty much anywhere. It's a lot of fun. It's fun for me. Especially finding all the different jokers and stuff. It's loads of fun. I enjoy it immensely. I had one setup that was like really good and I was like very proud of it, and then I wrecked it. I wrecked it so bad, and then I lost. But thankfully I made it past the like 10th ante. I think no, sorry, not the 10th. It's like the 8th ante. Like I was able to finish the game with my setup because it turned all my like all my cards into face cards, and then I had a card to count like multis towards like any face cards, and it'd give me extra just for having face cards. It was very smart setup. Very smart. I love it. Love it so much. Ah, now I want to play again. But that's alright. Alright, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get set up, get started, get moving. We're gonna start playing some Ace Attorney. The weird thing about having this mic is that I can hear all my mouth noises. So I'm like, yep, I can hear all that. And it's gross. Alright, from chapter start, yeah. I don't even remember what we were doing. The little box in the corner, by the way, is the bottom of the emulator. It's the bottom screen for the emulator. October 8th, 9:48 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 6. It'll come flooding back to me. Oh, it's a new one. Yeah. Okay, I remember a little bit. Good morning. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember voices either, but I'm gonna try.
So you're Vera, right? I'm Trucy. Trucy Wright. That's right with a W. But not right. Right?
Just
we're on your side. You could tell us anything, please?
It's me. Good morning. She speaks.
Not bad, not bad. But I think you'd do better with a little smile, you know? You're so pretty, you need to sell yourself, you know?
Trissy, let's take it easy for starters. That's me. Thank you for taking my case. Huh. Okay. Well, that's a start, I guess. There she goes with that nail polish again.
That's great, really. It's so cultured.
Want to try?
Oh, really?
Girls. Excuse you. When there's a new nail polish to try, we're going to try it. Apollo. God, don't be such a dweeb, Apollo. Alright. I'm gonna move this box down here a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Bam. The victim, Drew Misham, was a forger, and a stolen painting was found in his studio. A life of crime, really. And maybe one that led to his death. Oh yeah, I forgot he forged paintings. He's the worst. October 8th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. I feel like our argument should be like, okay, he died, he was murdered, but he forged paintings, so that automatically means that this case is over. I mean, oh my God, you.
I've eaten nothing but drywall for the past 3 years.
I've eaten nothing but drywall for the past 3 years. October 8th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Aw, man, if only Vaughn were here. He would have loved that. Because he was the one eating drywall. Well, now, oh my God, I haven't done the judge in forever. It's been 2 months. 2! Begin the, trial. Vera Misham.
Is the judge okay? His voice is all raspy and he's looking around all nervous like.
The repercussions of today's trial will most likely be felt for a long time, and may indeed alter our legal system forever. No wonder there's holes in the walls. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to patch those. That's from Vaughn. You can thank him. Today is a test of the jurist system, and the first step towards a new order in our courts.
Daddy's secret mission.
The jurists will function like a jury. It is hoped their inclusion will help the courts to better reflect the people's will. Why aren't there any jurists in the courtroom? 3 closed-circuit cameras watch this courtroom at all times. The jurists have access to everything that transpires. Blam! Huh. Jurists judge well. What? Jurists judge well and judge cool. No, see here, Prosecutor Gavin. I was gonna say that. My apologies there, Judge. I'll be keeping those. Vaughn will live on in holes in the walls. You just write Vaughn forever on the outside of the holes. Just Vaughn's hole. Put a date with it. Just in memory. It's like we're having another funeral for Vaughn. I forgot we had a funeral for Vaughn. And then he came in and was like, oh, never mind. I think it was during an Ace Attorney stream. I totally forgot. I forgot he did that. I forgot we had a funeral for Vaughn. Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh, I forgot about that. Me, Hiki, and 2 other people had a funeral for Vaughn on Saturday. Oof. I know we had a funeral for Vaughn here on the stream one day, but it was really just for joke. Because we pretty much are like, Vaughn hasn't joined yet, so we're holding a funeral for him. And he joined in just as we were starting the funeral. We had to clear everything up, like, oh, hey, Vaughn, how's it going? Like, nothing's happening here. I quoted him. Oh, many times. He's got a lot of good quotes. A lot of good singers. I'm gonna have to go back and see some, because he had some really good ones. My apologies, Air Forehead. Or Air Judge. Did you just call me Air Forehead? Jurists, today, during my speech, you gave him a eulogy. Oh, no. Poor Vaughn. Judge today's trial coolly, if you would be so kind. The jurists are unbound by the letter of the law. They don't affect the trial with evidence, but by their feelings? And we're about to find out just what effect they're going to have. I think this is the last trial for this game. I think. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin, the details of this case, if you would. The victim is the painter Drew Misham. He was killed in his studio. His coffee was poisoned. By whom, you ask? By none other than the defendant, Vera Misham. I think someone recorded it. I really don't remember. You'll have to ask. You have to ask Kiki or one of them. There wasn't any poison in the coffee. Achung. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Someone has been doing their homework. Indeed, poison was not present in the coffee, but on the mug itself. The mug! Oh, residue was found on the rim, I see. I'm starting to get my old judge voice back. I was kind of like sounding like Peepaw for a second. Because every time I do an old man voice, it just sounds like Peepaw now. Even though Peepaw sounds like this. I have a memory of a goldfish. So do I. We're a goldfish. We're just a whole goldfish tank over here. A whole aquarium. The autopsy report describes the manner of our victim's death. The court accepts this as evidence. Okay. According to this report, the victim's death was caused by an atroquinine poisoning. Peepaw referenced. Peepaw has been referenced in this stream many times now. From his schemes to his pranks. Oh, good old Peepaw. I'm getting better at the Peepaw impression. Love it. I did it once, copied what Peepaw was saying, and he just said, "Oh, stop it." I'm like, dear old people. A chemical compound that does not occur naturally. Lethal dosage is a mere 0.002 milligrams. I don't know, I left for... Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm so sorry. Well, we referenced Peepaw and his shenanigans. People on the mic. Good old Peepaw. On the mic. He'd be very upset if I didn't put some pizzazz into it, but, you know, he's not here, so... A touch of acronine in the body. Acronine? A poison. Poison in the body. Is the touch of the Reaper's scythe. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. You may present your witness. I have for you today a simple man for a simple case. A man who witnessed the murder in its entirety. Who is it? That journalist, no doubt. The witness will state his name and occupation. Oh, yeah, it's this weirdo. Ah, right. I forgot what voice I had for him. Well, for the starters, my name's Spark Brushel. My job is a lone observer of the world. This weirdo. In other words, a freelance journalist and weirdo, right? Ahem, if you don't mind, I'd like to state something here for the record. Yes, Mr. Brushel. I dislike conclusions, specifically the jumping to aspect of conclusions. Preconceptions make parked sandbox of endless desert waste. End quote. I think I'm actually getting the voice down. But you are a journalist. You said so yourself yesterday. Well, that's true, yes. But you must understand, I stand before you today, a man with a dream. He looks like SpongeBob if he were a human. Every now and then I hear people's rocking chairs squeaking through the walls and it's off. I don't know, I find it comforting. You just hear the squeak, 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 squeaking. I feel like he would agree with you though. Because he don't like being in that rocking chair. But you must understand, I stand before you today with a man with a dream. I'm offering you my testimony in exchange for exclusive rights to the story. Why does he get a brush? Scoop turns Mr. Brushel into that Mr. Brushel. End quote. Let's hear your testimony then, shall we? A simple case, eh, Gavin? For me, the jury is still out. Ooh, the journalist story. Let me pull a little something up quick. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know what any of this means, but alright. Sure, game. I love how every stream we write more lore about Sirius House. We got so much lore on my house, it's crazy. There's someone living in the walls, there's someone living in the attic, the rats are in the attic but helping me find the door to the walls, which I found, by the way. There's little floof balls, little dust bunnies around here, and that's what you guys are. You know, we got so much lore going on here. And then there's Peepaw, there's the witch. There's all the crazy shenanigans I've been into. There's whatever is going on, outside of the house. You what? I what? What? No, well, nothing. We may have found the door to, to the wall. Story. You not notice the rats hanging around here? I visited the studio around 9 that night to do the interview. No. There's a lot of screaming going on. I visited the studio around 9 that night to do the interview. The first outsider to enter the atelier. Journalistic history made, end quote. Screams in British. His daughter brought us coffee right after we started. And you know what happened next? Star falls, end quote. No one else entered the room besides her the whole time. That does sound like a simple case. Unless you were the one who poisoned him. What are you saying, Judge? His smile is creepy. He's just all around creepy. There's just something about him. Need I remind you the cameras are rolling today? I felt the need to be a bit dramatic. You didn't do it, did you? Mean do anything like that? Come on, that's like newsmaker making the news, end quote. Or even contemporary witch hunt, end quote. The nose. I know, wild accusations rock courtroom, end quote. Rock indeed.
Prosecutor Gavin sure looks like he's having fun.
I'm so happy for him. Very well, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination, please. I might get another Blue Yeti mic. I'd miss having this mic. I feel like it's so much better than the one I had on here. Ah, man. Now I gotta get another Blue Yeti. I'll have to do some research. Okay. What's this about a star falling?
Star Falls, huh? It's like an old telegram.
Sorry. I want sushi, but I also don't want to get out of bed. I don't eat sushi, so I couldn't agree with you, but I still feel for you in some way. Here soon I'm gonna have to get me some water.
Send money over.
Sowie, you don't know? That's like a journalism code word. Oh. Sorry, I was chewing on an M&M. Maybe that's what it was. I have M&Ms here. Here, let me just... I got M&Ms over here. Just... Is that enough ASMR for you guys? I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if my mic kind of went out, but... Because this is the old mic, but... Zowie, you don't know? That's like a journalism code word. And an important personage passes away. A star falls, get it?
But there's no gravity in space, is there? I wouldn't think stars could fall, really. Does this matter?
Oh boy, this is good stuff, good stuff. How about Star breaks? Nah, lacks punch. I know. Star dies. Nah, lacks imagination. Of course, you could go with Drew dies, straight to the point. I like it. I think we need to hear about something a little more substantial. The Star's coffee. You have M&Ms, I have coffee beans. We are not the same. I mean, technically we are. I have coffee here. And I have some form of chocolate, so there, ergo, chocolate covered coffee. There you coffee go. You say that Mr. Misham had the coffee too. Did you actually oh wow. Did you actually see him drink the coffee? Of course. He who sees it wins, but he who says it wins bigger. End quote. This man is so weird looking. I live in a man, sees dog, eat dog, and writes about it world, yet. I guess I can't say I saw him drink it, really. He had one so-called sip, if that. Man puts lips to mug, drinks, end quote. I like the quotes. You know, as creepy as he is, I'm enjoying the quotes. The titles that he's coming up with. That poison is quite virulent, I hear. My stomach did a so-called somersault, since I'd gulped down that coffee without so much as a second glance at it. Wait, maybe something's there, some kind of so-called trick. Anyone want to venture a guess for the record? Why is he writing on his arm? Mm-hmm. It's me writing on my arm. Ah, yes, it's juicy stuff. I drink coffee every morning, but it just makes me more tired. Ah, I feel that. That's why I'm eating coffee beans. I feel that. I feel like if I drink coffee nowadays, it does nothing for me. But I'm like, my body is so weird with caffeine. Like, some days it works, and I'm up, and I'm running, and I'm doing things, and the next thing I know, and then the next time I drink coffee or caffeine, I'm like, out. I'm done for the day. I don't know what it is. Anyway. Anyone want to venture a guess for the record? Does this guy have a pause button? Well, Mr. Justice, did you find that testimony valuable? I'm trying to... Whoops. Whoa. There. We'll do sorry about that. Here, I'll put this over here. Okay, you're gonna hear it again. There. So I can look at all this. Alright. There. It's very important. The victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over? Oh, yes, you can go to the press with that one. Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add it to the testimony. Very well, the witness will add this to his testimony. Vital, right. And he had one sip of that. The next moment he was on the floor. Whoops. Dug on it. Objection! You know what I have a problem with? A particular property of the poison used, atroquinine? Oh, Prosecutor Gavin was quite clear about the poison. A lethal dosage of 2.002 milligrams paralyzes the central nervous system. If you drank that, even you, Mr. Justice, would be reduced to a quivering bile. Why are you using me as an example? You know, why me? Is that what you hope? Like, unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a vital omission in Prosecutor Gavin's information. The sticker I bought came in the other day, and oh my god, it's large. It's like as big as my. That's a big sticker. What are you gonna use that for? An omission. Atroquinine is as virulent as he says, but death doesn't come upon ingestion. None immediately. That's because quinine, is slow acting. Okay. Sorry, my brain got a little zoned out from the music. According to one forensic scientist, oh, Emma, it's one of the most virulent poisons, but it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. I have to remember how to do her voice. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for the adverse effects to show. If we suppose that the moment of Mr. Misham sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would still have had time left to enjoy his last cup of joe. Brushel looks so stupid. Order! Order! What's the meaning of this? If what the defense says is correct, why, that contradicts the entire testimony we just heard. Well, Mr. Brushel, anything to say on the record? Slow acting. S-L-O-W-A-C-T. It was virulent. All right. Oh, let me send a picture in the Discord. Okay. I'll keep an eye out. Even then, it had already begun digging its claws into the journalist. What?
He's working on his scoop.
It's Brushel, Shaw. Brushel. Let's take a trip back down memory lane. Huh? Did the victim really die the instant he took a sip? Think it over. This is vital. Why is he doing that with his hands? You know what I think? I think that was a not-so-subliminal suggestion. End quote. I admit it does cause a problem if he died when you say he died. I would be forced to say I've something in German to my simple case. Let's see. Auf dir sehen. Is it no, I'll be to say. Oh, where to sin? I don't. And you would be forced to say farewell to your article. Come again? The goofy hand thing. You can't write a story based on conjecture, can you? And as the case drags on, other reporters will pick up the scent. Like a bloodhound. Oops, sorry. And you will be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye. Had to put the blanket to the side. Getting a little too warm. It's getting a little too cozy. There's one thing I learned. What is he doing? Why is he doing that? No! That's nasty! Why would you do... Oh, no! He scrubs it on his tongue and then he scrubs it on his face. That's nasty! What the freak? Ew. Scoop. 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 Oh my god. What am I looking at? Look. He's so strange. Look, just wait a second. Just 1 second. We're waiting. Out with it. I think I just recalled a so-called important detail. Revival of recollection, end quote. A story survival, end quote. Attorney utterly confused, end quote. Oh, sorry, Mitchie. Okay. Actually, I did notice something when I visited the studio. I heard of poison that takes its sweet time, see? But not what I've been saying for the past few minutes, apparently. Mr. Brushel, are you saying you noticed something that explains what happened? We might take a break here just for a bit, just so I can go get some water. But we'll do that in a little bit. You bet I am. The antidote for a poisonous contradiction, end quote, you might say. Or, I still have no idea what you're talking about, end quote, I might say. I figured it out, but only after an in-depth interview. See, thanks to my journalism skills, I know who poisoned that coffee. Like that. This man takes the cake for being the weirdest witness. Order! 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 As far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony that Mr. Misham died the instant after he drank. Of course I'm standing by my testimony. And my dream of exclusive rights to this story. Of course he is. I suppose it was too much to hope for. I put the image in the Discord. Okay, let me see here. Let me see. Oh, that's a big sticker. That's a big sticker. Man, that's one of those stickers you had to put over, like, put other stickers over it. Just to, like, make it look like it's a part of the thing. It's really nice, though. Very vibrant. What was? Of course he wouldn't choose a simple case. Not him. Him? Phoenix Wright. Who else? Huh? Chung Air Brussels. Report for us, if you would. What is it that you noticed? My reptile is staring at me from her tank. This court is a critical trial of the juris system. I'm afraid no room for doubt is permissible. You will testify to the court about what you noticed. I like KK the sticker. It is very cute. It's a very nice sticker. Man, what did you get for that sticker? You had to have gotten a good deal on that sticker for it to be that big. What Brushel noticed? When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. I thought nothing of it at the time, of course. Now that I think about it, what if he was writing a an ascension note? I have to be careful using that word. An ascension note? Yes, he had this look on his face. Man's face inscrutable as a quadratic equation. End quote. They sure do love throwing that kind of stuff around.
Ascension? Poor Mr. Misham. That means Vera's innocent.
Would someone commit ascension in the middle of an interview?
Oh.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. $5.50 plus shipping was $12. Wow. Oh, that's still a pretty good deal. It's not hateful. $5.50 for a sticker that large is not bad. That shipping though is crazy. That's like, what is that? Flipping $6.50. That's $6.50 for shipping. Good night. I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. $6.50 for shipping is crazy. But $5.50 for that sticker's not bad. So he put the letter away when he saw you? I genuinely thought the sticker would be way smaller. Honestly, for that price, I would have hoped it was a little bigger, because man. Well, not like as it is right now, but like, you know, getting it in the mail and expecting it to come in, I kind of would have figured it would have been pretty big. But that is very big. They gave you a big sticker. But for that price, it's not bad. So you put the letter away when he saw you? Early reporter gets the worm, end quote. That's my secret. I'm not sure I follow. It's the night of the interview. Sorry. I arrived 15 minutes ahead of schedule. The handle turns, the door opens, and I barge in. Are you sure that's okay to do? I mean, isn't that unlawful entry, really? Mr. Misham sure seemed to think so. You should have seen him. I'm like, I'm doing one of those things. You know how some people will sit there and, like, shake their leg or bob their leg? I don't know what you call it, but that's what I'm doing at the moment. I think it's from all the caffeine. He crammed his letter into that yellow envelope as fast as he could. Also, why does he have a toothbrush in his pocket and other things? You know, I was wondering about the toothbrush until at one point he literally licked it with his tongue, like scrubbed it on his tongue, and then scrubbed it on his flipping lenses. Now I'm not so sure. I'm really not sure what to say about that. I know a secret when I spot one, and that was one. It does seem significant. Well, Mr. Justice, I wonder. It does have the ring of something important. Add testimony. The defense finds this testimony vital, Your Honor. Very well, please add it to the testimony then. Hey, why not? My account comes free of charge. It was a yellow envelope. Except it wasn't a yellow envelope. As it just so happens, there was a single letter in a desk drawer at the scene. In a red envelope. God. What was that? I love how I said it would change my profile picture and then I then changed it back. Oh man, I never even noticed. Prosecutor Gavin. Yes. What was a yellow envelope found at the scene of the crime? Unfortunately, no, but air forehead. It's easy to mistake the color of an envelope. I guess, but not this envelope. You see, it was postmarked already 7 years ago. Well, Mr. Brushel? What was that? Exactly. What was that? I can explain that. Drew, right? He wanted to get that envelope in a... what? Goodness gracious. Drew, right? He wanted to get that letter in an envelope pronto. Get it out of sight of my beady eyes, right? Yeah, beady, all right. So he grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed away. And what about the whole red and yellow envelope contradiction, chump? Right, what about the color? This has nothing to do with whether you saw it or not. It's whether you knew what color it was, you goober. Well, Mr. Justice, have you anything to say to the witness's claim? That night, the victim put a letter he had been writing in a red envelope. It's impossible. That's impossible. Ah, I like your expression, so full of confidence. It's simple, really. Slam! He's got big hands. As it just so happens, the defense... That's such a weird thing to say, but... his whole character's... He's such a scary character. That's why I said he looks like a human version of SpongeBob. He's very weird. As it just so happens, the defense team investigated the contents of this envelope with the assistance of the forensic scientists. What? Note that this letter is addressed to Drew Misham. Oh? Why would he address a letter to himself? Let alone send an ascension note to himself. I'm it's a scooped. Why is he doing that? Order! Mr. Brushel, can you explain this to the court? There's a There's a little. Here, I think I got it. I think, no, wait. I don't know. Oh, my, how could I have forgotten? The jailer. That's horrible, but man, I could see it. That's terrible. My, how could I have forgotten? I suppose this happens to the best of us. Reporter gets old, forgets lots, ends quote. I'm still waiting for an explanation, Mr. Brushel. Well, that's the thing, see. After he put his envelope in the, what? Goodness gracious, I did it again. After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. His desk drawer? Yes, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote. A stamp? Whatever for? Well, to mail his letter, what else? And then, why, yes, I think I saw him put it in his letterbox. Yes, there was a yellow envelope, and he put it in that box. That wasn't... So is it a different... I'm so confused, Brushel. We weren't talking about a yellow letter. Oh, how I wish it did. Just think if that were an ascension note. What a story. Star writes ascension note in front of reporter. Falls. End quote. Ahem. As I was saying, that has nothing to do with this case. That said. Yes, Your Honor? It makes me wonder about the contents of that red envelope. Oh, yeah. $100,000 is quite a deal of money. Quite a good deal of money. So this was from 7 years ago, Ja. Stupid nose. I just imagine when he does it go. I'm gonna do that the next time. So am I finished? Am I finished? I was thinking of, going on. It's there, right? And then going home, sweetie. I'm back in the effing building again. I hate to state what should be pretty obvious to anyone, but when you catch the scent of a story, you make that rather unique face. Ah, come on! Attorney has active imagination, little else, end quote. Even I noticed something, and my eyes aren't what they used to be. I can see it clear as day. You're weird. I'm starting to understand what all this perceiving stuff is about. Judge has active imagination, end quote. Please continue with your testimony. I might take a minute just to step away for a second and go get some water before I start, conking out. I need some water, guys. Water is important for you, especially after coffee. I'm gonna turn this music back on. Oh. Wow, Ace Attorney seems to be our big money. I love the Sonic fanned up quote. Alright, y'all, we're gonna take a quick little break. We're gonna take a good 10-minute break. Just step away for a minute. I just want to go get some water real quick. I might be back a little sooner. We'll hang out for a minute, and then, continue where we left off. It's currently 10:44 where I am, so at 10:54, so 10 minutes, we will come back and we will continue where we left off. All right? Okay. We'll be right back. Break time. It's break time.
I have returned.
Hello. I was not expecting my own voice for a minute there. My brain went, what's that noise? And it's me. But I do have water. So here you go. Water. And drink. Drinky drink. Drink your water. Very good for you. Very delicious. Good for your well-being. Helps you with caffeine. All right. Sleepy. All right. Don't I can say that. I'm back in the effing building again. All right, I'll switch back over. We'll switch back over. Switch back over now. Do 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 boo 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 boo. Also, I can relate. Just really needed some water. Please continue with your testimony. Tell us about the scent of a story. Look, there he goes. He's doing it. Look. God's sake. Why? Why? Why does he do that? I don't understand. It's nasty. Why? This is so gross. Anyway, hey, I'm the one asking the questions here, usually. God. Actually, it took a bit of work to get a thumbs up on the interview. Reporter Leverage Story gets his interview, end quote. The story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago. That red envelope probably had something to do with it. Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without compare. Sorry. So you threatened to go to press with this story? My goodness, I can't read all of a sudden. That's how you got your interview? Blackmail? Well, yes. I mean, no. It wasn't exactly black. I mean, not, Something wrong, Mr. Brushel? Look. Look. This is my story, my tidbit. Journalist info is livelihood, end quote. I see. While you have me chatting away in here, what's going on out there? What if some Wally Wordsworth or Sally Scooper gets wind of my story? I need to remember to... There we go. They could be going to press while I'm going to waste. The court feels your pain, Mr. Brushel. Mr. Justice, let's pick up the pace. I was wrapped up in other stuff that I forgot you were streaming while I was listening to Rise of the Uncock. What? Well, welcome in, Deacon. Welcome. We're like partway through the stream, so make yourself cozy. A certain case 7 years ago. Wait, 7 years ago? Oh. Sorry. A scent of a story. Not insane trust. I know a crazy person when I see one, because I'm one of them. Hmm. Oh, wow. He couldn't get worse. Hold on. Uh, let's see it. Fight Sonic. Yeah, that's because we have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Sonic after playing Sonic Mania. Ow. Sweat much, Mr. Brushel? Yeah, well, a man can't help his glands, you know. It's more than that when Mr. Misham's talent has mentioned. You look so goofy. You suddenly began to sweat buckets. Ah, you're hiding something about his talent. What? That's ridiculous. Evidence time. Let's show where Mr. Misham's true talent lay. It just so happens I have evidence showing the talent mentioned in that letter. I think the... Here it is. I bought Sonic X Shadow Generations and only played Shadow Generations. Oh. Well, I hope you're having fun. I think I saw in the Discord that it was saying that you were playing that. This painting was found in Mr. Misham's studio. Hurrah! There are two problems with this painting. The first is, it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham. Should I note that there is no game... Is there no game audio? Gosh darn it. Ah. Yeah, if y'all don't hear game audio, tell me so I can fix that. There we go. There we go. Gosh darn it. I always miss something. The second is that there is another painting in the studio, which looked exactly like this one, except it was only half done. Then we have a letter discussing a payment of $100,000, which suggests a certain business operation. The business of making forgeries. Why? Why? Good grief. What does he do? Frozen in time. Quote. Oh my god. That is all, Your Honor. He's just standing there with the tie tied around him. Everyone, please, everyone! That freeze face is so stupid. This is such a stupid character. Can we keep this private, please? I played and haven't finished the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog for 4.3 hours. It was a joke game Sega made. Yeah, I played but never finished it. Like, I had the last part to do and it was just too difficult for me to get through it. I got called a quitter that day, which is unfortunate. Can we get this private, please? This is my story, my scoop. Nope. Forgery, that's a serious crime. Me too. It was tough. Drew Misham is known as the artist these days. Excuse me. But there were rumors he dabbled in another kind of art until a few years back. Another art meaning forgery? Drew Misham was talented, all right. Talented at making precise detail fakes. I keep getting 69 out of 70 rings. I think I got as high up as like 65 or 68. And then that was it. I couldn't get any higher because I kept messing it up. A fact that certain criminal elements were quick to discover. Criminal elements? What? You can't seriously be talking about... Exactly, I'm talking about forging evidence. The rumors started circulating 7 years ago. 7 years ago? So are we to understand that this letter... I'm drinking water. This payment of $100,000 was for... Exactly. Forge evidence needs... That's tiny profit. End quote. Such a strange man. Order! 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 Why, it's like our victim was living a double life. Aha, this is my chance. So the victim had ties to the criminal world, right? He could have had plenty of enemies we know nothing about. Objection! This is my first time hearing of this criminal world. I'm sending images. I'm aware. Yep, I see. I hate this game. I do too, and I just don't. I like the story element, but not the mini games. But how do you explain all this money? You have to admit there's a possibility of some illegal activity here. But there is no proof tying this letter to our case. Sorry, I didn't mean to just F into the mic. Our case was and remains simple from the beginning. Only the defendant could have poisoned that mug that night. And you, of course. Hey, the only thing I poisoned is my pen when I'm writing reviews. Mr. Brushel, your testimony to this point has been quite unreliable. Sorry. Water almost went down the wrong way. I'm just trying to drink my water. Doesn't speak well for your reporting acumen. What are you talking about? My journalism is rock solid. Journalism so solid you could stand an elephant on it. End quote. In any case, let's hear a summarized recap of your testimony. If we can just ascertain the situation in that studio from the recap, the trial is over.
Apollo, what's he talking about?
The cross-examination showed Mr. Brushel didn't have reason to mean... What? Didn't have reason or means to poison him. I swear on my life that's my last image. If you say so, I'm gonna trust you. You sent another one! Yeah, mine would look more rage-induced. As long as there's no other suspects. Then the killer had to be Vera. That's what. This next testimony is our last chance. Mr. Brushel, do your testimony, please. The interview! The only other person in the studio that night was the defendant. It was Vera who poured the coffee. She admitted as much herself. The only thing that touched Drew's lips during that interview was that mug. And nothing left that studio after he died. Nothing. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter. Okay. A nice testimony, clear, succinct, and without room for doubt. Aw, shucks. You really think so? I believe this clarifies the situation that night. Very well, Mr. Justice. You begin your final cross-examination. Right. I still have one trump card left to play. And I won't let this trial end until I use it. Uh-huh. Not one thing, you're sure? Yep, sure can be. Do this and taking people to the Waffle House? Much appreciated. You have to tell him though, he can't have any waffles with blueberries in them because of what he did. He has to have plain waffles. Well, with one exception. One exception? What? Journalist Spark Brushel does interview, leave studio, end quote. So himself. Ah, come on. It's a joke. Get it? Not funny, I know, but still. What did he say to get banned from blueberries? I can't count on that. Well, I mean, if it's anything to go by, he did tie a hairdryer to a ceiling fan. So, no blueberry pancakes for him, or blueberry waffles, or whatever. Cheesy Pete's. There. Did something leave the studio that night? Why does that sound familiar? Where have I heard something like that before? Now that we've proven our witness is a comedian of sorts. And not a very funny one at that. I'd like to turn our defense attorney before returning to the testimony. Oh yeah. Yeah, the story behind that, by the way, he tied a hairdryer to a ceiling fan. Plugged in, I think through an extension cord, just to see if he could heat up the room faster. And turned it on. Both things. You can want to come with me and Peepaw. Hold on. I'm gonna... Hit. That's much better. I got one of those little kitty cat paw, like, cushions that you sit in your desk chair, but it's, like, so uncomfy. I really don't know how to use it. I think you need a deeper chair for it. I'd like to turn to our defense attorney before returning to the testimony. Do you have any idea what, if anything, might have left the studio that night? Just one thing. Okay. I think one thing might very well have left the studio that night, actually. A certain something that was banished from the crime scene. By which you mean... something other than our... oh, something other than our witness? Of course. Don't tell me, Verimission. Believe me, any comic relief I may provide is entirely unintentional. He says something like unintentionally funny and it makes the whole crowd laugh. Just the jury and everything. He's like, man, I should really get into show business, it sounds like. Alright. Well, let's see what you've got for us, Mr. Justice. Well, this thing wasn't at the scene of the crime, so I can't show it to you. But I do have evidence that shows how it could have been taken from the scene. This is the only link between that studio and the outside world. The letterbox! I think YouTube's servers are getting struck down. The lag is intense. Oh no. Yeah, it must be because on my side it looks like everything's fine. I've not dropped frames like in the past 2 or 3 streams that I've done. Oh man. Red. Oops, crap, not that. Hold on. Let me see how bad this looks. Mm, so far so good. But I do believe you. It might just be YouTube. Oops, crap, I didn't mean to do that either. One sec. There. Yeah, I mean, it could be YouTube. It honestly, because on my end, it's like everything's running pretty smooth. I just went and looked at the stream for a minute just to see how it's running, and it looks like it's running okay. I'm not really seeing any issues. I mean, despite like, you know, the quality. I'm not really seeing any loading problems. Anyway, the letterbox. What did Mr. Brushel just tell us? I'm gonna swap to my laptop real quick, so be back in a bit. Alrighty. Could also be your internet. When he entered the studio on the night of the murder, the victim had just finished writing a letter. Yeah, I said that, and yeah, it was true. Furthermore, you went on to tell us that he put the letter in the yellow envelope and put it in the letterbox. Oh, but that very same letterbox was empty. In other words, that night the yellow envelope disappeared. Drank all my water. Shockingly. Usually I don't drink all my water. But I was especially thirsty. That's why. Alright. Ah yes, intriguing. So an envelope was disappeared from the scene of the crime. Of course, this changes nothing. Huh? He has a point, Mr. Justice. What we're trying to figure out here is how the poison got into Mr. Misham. Is it really important that this envelope the witness says he saw disappear? Well, if it did disappear when something did leave the studio that night, that seems very important to me. Very well, then the witness will add this to his testimony. You got it. I still think this fails to change anything, Air Forehead. Ouch. I wouldn't be so sure. A letter disappeared from the crime scene that night. My roommate brought a lunchly when I opened the fridge and I got jump scared by... How'd you get jump scared by a lunchly? This is exactly the opening I've been looking for. Wait. Okay. You're sure about that? Well, to be really, really precise, I was busy gobbling mint candies the whole time. Sir, that's a lot of mints. No, it's not. You're just you're just a coward. Just that's a lot of mints. You shouldn't eat that many mints. Objection. No, you're just a coward who can't handle it. Yep, at the time of the autopsy, no fresh fragrance of mint filled the room. And no mint residue was found. It was a long shot anyway. Don't tell me you're still trying to prove this. You think the victim ate, drank, or otherwise ingested something other than coffee? Well, Mr. Justice, if you have some proof... The possibility is there, I can feel it, just maybe not prove it. Not yet. Impossibility isn't gonna cut it, not now. Mr. Misham ingested that poison via a route other than that coffee. Did I prove it? Yeah. Proof is possible. Here goes nothing. Easy Pete. You do understand what we need, yeah? Proof, Air Forehead, not possibilities. Of course, and Prosecutor Gavin, I hope you understand. I'm ready to give you that proof. What did you say? I have proof of the disappearing envelope. I saw him write a letter, I did. Which was picked up by the mailman, I assume? Of course, which means that envelope had a stamp on it. A stamp? Oh! Sorry, I'm trying to stay awake. It's tough. I do this to myself, honestly. You all know stamps come back with dry glue on the back. In order to use the glue, you have to wet it by licking the stamp. No one worth talking to actually lick stamps in this day and age. Not really wrong. Even if you wanted to talk to him, you couldn't. He's dead after all. Okay, so he licked the stamp, but wait. Like you say to us, girl, go to bed. I know. I should, but I want to get through this. How does that explain the atroquinine in the rim of the coffee mug? If you lick the back of the poison stamp, the poison would get on his tongue, yes? What would then happen if he put the coffee mug to his mouth? Ew? Those traces on the mug weren't the killer's doing. It was the other way around. What? The coffee mug didn't poison Mr. Misham. Mr. Misham poisoned the coffee mug himself. Ooh? Ooh! Order! But that doesn't, does it? Recall if you would. Atroquinine is a slow-acting poison, yes? The poison entered his body when he put the stamp on that envelope. But his time wasn't up until the very moment he touched his lips to that cup of joe. Ooh. Sorry, that's my chair. You have something to add, Mr. Brushel? Uh-oh, his voice is picking at her nose. His nose is picking up another scent. As I believe I mentioned earlier. Well, that's the thing, see, after you put his letter in the envelope. Good grief, I cannot read. Mr. Misham sat there, searching his desk drawer for something. Ah, yes, a stupid stamp, a so-called postage stamp. End quote. But you know, I don't seem to remember him ever finding me. Maybe we just run out? Incidentally, we searched the desk drawer at the scene of the crime. There was no stamps. Not a single one. That does pose a problem. Oh, you provide that? The stamp was coated with poison. You know, once, I was so tired at one point. I was driving. I was so tired that I slapped myself to keep myself awake. Like, legit slap. Like, slap my face to keep myself awake. Because it was so bad. Anyway, actually, I'm glad no other stamps were found. It makes proving the stamp he used was poison possible. Good show, good show. You can't even prove that there was a stamp at the scene in the first place. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. Where's your evidence that proves the existence of a poison stamp? Oof. Sorry about last night. I was listening to very loud music. My bad, fam. It's cool, I guess. You know, blasting music at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, that certainly is a cute little frame. And by little, I mean really little. It was on the victim's desk, Your Honor. Quite simply, as you can see for yourself. Okay. I noticed that too during my inception. So what? Apparently you weren't as observant as you should have been. You see, when you saw when you saw this frame, it was missing something quite important. Missing something? Yes, a pale bluish stain on the middle of this frame. Man. I'm trying my best here. What? Why wasn't I told about this? Okay. The frame is only 2 inches square. The face of the frame is even smaller. Maybe an inch wide at most. Oof. Serious, sir, let's see. I memorized the first part of Eggman's. Maybe if let me try something with y'all. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. I am currently sitting on my knee, on my legs. Siri, just go to bed. No. I've only been on here for less, like, just under 2 hours. Nope. I'm gonna tough it out. I just want to tough it. I got tough. I at least want to get to the next part. You're barely staying awake. I know. I'm trying. I really am. Let me at least get through this one part. We're close to getting to like a to be continued. Okay. You aren't saying. Oh, but I am. Tell me, what fits in this small frame? A commemorative stamp, perhaps? Order! 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 The poison stamp was in this frame? Hang. Impossible. Prosecutor Gavin! Why would he put something like that on his desk? Don't tell me he had it there so he could commit ascension if the mood struck. Excuse me. You know, can I say something? I had a thought, see? Stupid nose. What, Mr. Brushland? Please stop jittering around like that. You're making me uncomfortable. Stop doing that thing with your hands. The victim was a forger, right? There's a lot of money in that line of work. Forger forges friends, makes enemies too. End quote. Friends are forged, enemies are forever. I hate everything about him. I hate everything about him. So the poison stamp might have been a murder weapon aimed at him. Oh. Oh, rich. That's rich. Welcome back, Deacon. Leave the ridiculous flights of fancy to the Gavineer's song lyrics, please. Finally, something we can agree on. I'm sitting on my legs, by the way. Finally, something we can agree on. The stamp was a murder weapon? Nonsense. Murder is a simple business. Who would go to such lengths? No one. Oh, I disagree. Come again? You disagree with me? Recall, if you would, the victim's reclusive lifestyle. Drew Misham hid from the world. He avoided meetings. Leg sitting. I am literally sitting on my legs at the moment. His only contact with the outside world was the mail. The mail! Now, if you wanted to kill someone you couldn't meet, but you knew red letters? Huh? Does that make any sense? Remember when I used to use... I need to start using that. Oh boy. A stamp would be the perfect weapon. Ridiculous. Where's your proof? I want proof. Show us evidence that the poison stamp was sent to him as a murder weapon. I might not have evidence per se, but things are finally starting to come together.
What is it, Apollo?
Your fists are trembling. It's a clear sign. Let me use the ring real quick. Let me use the bracelet thing real quick. Shoo. It means you're nervous about something. I know what happened. Or I think I know what happened. I don't believe it, but I can see it. I think I know how Mr. Misham was killed. Ow, legs. Okay, no more of the legs sitting. Jeezy Pete. Well, fill us in, Mr. Justice. A certain piece of evidence points to the truth, Your Honor. I can show you how someone with the intent to kill sent Mr. Misham the stamp of death. Isn't this the envelope? The one from 7 years ago? Think about the text of the letter again. I know what that reads. There were 2 pages in the envelope. This is page 1. I just realized, did we ever get lore as to why Siri has wings? What has wings in canon? Because I'm a familiar. Familiars technically can shapeshift. If you look it up, they are able to shapeshift. Mainly they shapeshift into animals, but they can have certain things too. So don't worry. It fits with the lore. There are 2 pages in the envelope. This is page 1. And this is page 2. And there's a 3rd page somehow in here. It shows the 3rd one. Just says, LOL, love you, bye. I want to draw your attention to the one phrase in particular. Hold on, trying to fix my hair. Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. The enclosed stamp, Your Honor. Oh! In other words, if I have this straight, the stamp poison on the stamp lick, gasp, end quote. Now, what if he had done exactly as the letter asked? Bald Siri can't hurt you. Bald Siri. There's such a thing as bald Siri. Oh god. Dread. I'm concerned if I have no hair. There's a concern. Yes.
You would sign the document, put it in the envelope, and put the stamp on it, right?
Come on now.
Then he would put it in his letterbox.
Wait, what?
15 minutes wouldn't have elapsed between affixing the stamp and mailing the letter.
But the clock started ticking, and when the time came, he drew his last breath. And the murder weapon would be taken away from the scene. Oh, I see. Quite conventionally. Conveniently. Thanks for the postal sip. Yeah! Rock it out! Trying to... Such a splendid imagination you have, forehead. Wow. My eyes need to focus in. Let me confirm one thing with you, if I might. So this poisoned stamp was inside the envelope from 7 years ago. I don't know why. Anytime that I see this envelope, I'm thinking of, like, if you guys have ever watched Amazing World of Gumball, there's like one scene where it's like, what color is it? They're like, it's red. It's red writing on red paper. It's kind of hard to read. Like, it's one of those. That's all I can think about whenever I see, like, a red envelope or red paper. It's just, what color is it? It's red paper with red writing and red envelope. Something like that. I'm gonna have to find that. It's so funny. I make a gumball quote. I don't know about y'all, but I love that show. It's so funny. I could literally sit down and watch that whole gosh darn show if I could. God, I'm lagging so hard for some reason. Yeah, I have not dropped a single frame today. Like, not one. Or yesterday either. Is that what you'd have us believe, really?
Well, it's a little bit of a stretch, but there's a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Yes, a very small possibility. How small, I wonder? A poison stamp in this envelope? A stamp that has been the murder weapon? What? Become the murder weapon? How do you intend to prove this seeming coincidence? Yeah, I'd say clear your cookies and stuff, like clear your cache, because that usually helps. Like on your web browser.
Well,
It was 7 years ago, and we don't even know who sent that letter. They open it, it's Phoenix, right? And your answer is silence. I see. Very well, I move to... Oh, here. Sorry. Yeah, I'd say you probably just want to clear your cache and your cookies and stuff. That might be what's causing it. And your answer is silence. I see. Very well, I move on. What? What? It's not nice to pick on the Fraulein Clavier. Huh. Wait, what? Emma? What?
well, like my Christoph Gavin impression? Did I sound like him?
Don't quit your day job. Don't you have a crime scene to be looking after, Fraulein Detective?
Someone had to dig out... What? Someone had to dig you all out of that mess you were making of this case.
Mess?
You know, none of this would happen if you just trusted in science a little more. You can find out if that stamp was in that envelope. Easy.
Care to explain yourself, Fraulein Detective? I think it's YouTube. My laptop doesn't have as much issues as my desktop. Oh. Yeah, possibly. Care to explain yourself, Fraulein Detective?
Glare at me all you want, but science is on my side. It's all in the residue, right?
That's right, the poison detection spray. Produce the right envelopes at once. You can open it on the authority of the court. Heck yeah. Well, would you look at that? Trying to eat M&Ms too. To keep myself awake.
No mistaking it, that's atropine residue.
I don't believe it. A murder weapon from the past? Now 7 years later, it bears its fangs at last? Absolutely outrageous. Tell me why. Why didn't this murder take place 7 years ago? Well,
There's one possibility. Maybe Mr. Measham figured it out.
Figured what out?
He realized that the person who sent that letter wanted him dead. So he sent his reply with a different stamp. Ouch.
And put this decisive evidence in a frame. Oh boy. Oh, you're still here? Can I make a statement here on the record? I, sharp razor tooth. Can I make funny little guys?
Yeah, little emoticons. Yeah.
Like him? Yeah, you should be okay. I spark razor truth. What? Razor tooth Brussel. Brussel? Brussel.
I claim this scoop as mine. Drew Misham killed in cold blood. By slender of 7-year-old letter. Oh, sender. My goodness. No, maybe it's something more succinct. Star falls after 7-year delay. End quote.
I like him. He's very cute.
Order! 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 I see no room for further argument here. Though I admit this is all coming as quite a shock. To think that the murder weapon reached his mouth after 7 years. Stamp his ticket straight to the afterlife, end quote.
Uh-oh, I think the witness is a bad influence on our judge.
He's very... He's easy to... Oh no. What is that called? Darn it. I know I had a name to it, but I can't think of it right now. I see no further debate on the... Oh.
I see no further debate on this matter. The sender of that letter 7 years ago could hardly have been our defendant.
Apollo. I think we just won.
Very well, this court finds the defendant.
Oh? Is this the bright future of our legal system?
Prosecutor Gavin?
Goodness. A ticket to the afterlife from 7 years ago. Tickets for Gavinier's shows are invalid after 2 weeks.
But it doesn't make any sense any other way.
You're right, Judge. It boggles my mind that so many people haven't noticed this. Are you saying mumbling noises? Whatever are you, dog? There's a fatal contradiction in Airporthead's claim. A contradiction? The poison stamp was placed in this envelope 7 years ago. Sorry. I'm trying to eat this. Whereupon it was framed until now. If that's the case, then why would Drew Misham have done what he did? Ah, crap. There. Back on my legs I go. It may explain that. He must have realized it was poisoned. Therein lies the rub. 7 years ago, the forger Drew Misham sensed a trap and put the stamp in a frame. I do not debate this, but this begs the question. Why 7 years later did he choose the stamp on the night of the murder? Ah. Surely you don't mean to suggest that Mr. Misham simply forgot. He put the murder weapon in a frame on his desk for 7 years and forgot? You expect us to believe he sprang to trap on him? What? He sprang the trap on himself? He's just like, oh man, this interesting letter. Sure hope it doesn't kill me. Wah. Oh boy.
Well, I admit this is all quite shocking myself. It doesn't seem highly unlikely that he would fall afoul of a trap that had been sitting on his desk for 7 years.
Apollo? I don't think we're winning anymore. I'm glad to see we're all back in the real world now. Welcome back to reality. We've been waiting for you. Okay, then how do you explain the poison stamp that was in the envelope? The poison stamp? Where exactly is this poison stamp again? Have you brought it to the court for us? I see no proof that such thing ever existed. What about the atroquinine residue then? Oh, I agree. That does seem to be atroquinine residue. Oh boy. But Air Forehead is certainly no stamp. Yeah, but even if your precious poison stamp did not exist, Drew Mission would... What? Drew Mission never would have used it. That is all.
I believe we've come to a conclusion again.
Apollo, were we wrong the whole time? I can't believe it. Poison traces match up. It can't be coincidence. Stares at you through a hole in the wall. I feel like I'm being watched. I'm just trying to eat my M&Ms in peace so I can stay awake. Come on now. Come on, brain.
I'd like to bring some closure to this issue sometime this year. Mr. Justice?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's review the facts and see where we stand.
Same, but from the ceiling. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? It's like one of those like paintings from like a Scooby-Doo or something. Where you have to like put your eyes through the holes and just like watch them walk by. All I see is a weird painting. I imagine that, but also on the ceiling too. It's the same painting.
"7 years ago, Drew Misham received a red envelope.
We are judging you. How dare you?
Judging makes Judgerson. A similar trace was also found at the crime scene on this tiny picture frame.
Ah, there we go.
The defense has indicated the possibility of a yellow envelope, an envelope that has left the scene of the crime with a poison stamp on it.
Yes, but even if that's the envelope contained... Even if this envelope contained a poisoned stamp... Oh, wait, I'm stupid. There we go. And Drew Misham, knowing this, put it in a frame. He never would have used that stamp. Man. I bet Dragon is doing the same thing as us. Just through the horror. Yeah, probably. She's looking... Somehow I have another one of those creepy paintings on the floor. It'd be even funnier if I knew who was doing what. So I just come in and you just see
You see a painting on the kitchen floor, and it's just, hi, Dragon, how's it going? Working hard or hardly working? I think it's the warmth of this room. It is making me very sleepy. It's a mixture of things. Anyway.
I'm afraid you're right. Which means there's a fatal flaw in the defense's case.
Siri being watched on all sides. The walls, the ceiling, and the floor. I'm being watched everywhere. I can't take one step without somebody looking at me. And all I have to say is, how dare they? The only difference is that the ceiling one is red and glowing. Just one singular eye. Oh man.
Which means there's a fatal flaw in the defense's case.
I haven't been on the wrong track this whole time, I'm sure of it. The traces of atroquinine, oh my god, the envelope, the frame, and Drew Misham's mysterious death. They're all connected somehow.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have a conclusion for us?
The defense stands by its case, Your Honor. Sorry, I'm trying to... My eye. Just one eye. The other difference is that I have emerald eyes. The defense stands by its case, Your Honor. Man, I'm gonna grab one of my own spooky paintings and just hold it up, stick my eyes through it, and just look around like, hey guys, I want to be a part of this too. Is this a new club we're starting? We've seen the logical outcome of the evidence makes no sense, which means that one of our clues must be fake. A fake clue, fascinating. And if we find this fake, your wild fantasies will probably prove quite reasonable, yeah? The fake clue that's thrown us off the poison's trail.
The victim was a fake clue? I'm afraid I don't understand.
I'll explain. We have an envelope, a frame, and a mug linked by poison. That all makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the victim himself.
Objection!
Congratulations, you've completely lost me. So the fake evidence is none other than the master of the fake himself, the forger. It makes a good story, I'll give you that. The fake clue, fakes, forgeries. Ah. I know that face. That's the I just had an idea face. I don't know if I'm right, but I'm going with it anyway. Oops. What if our forger is the fake? Come again. 7 years ago, our forger sniffed a trap and stepped aside. 7 years passed. Now the forger stumbles into that very same trap and dies. Why?
That's what I want to know!
Because the forger who was killed was a fake. Here we go again. The victim was a fake. One forger smelled the trap. One forger fell into the trap. That's 2 forgers, and one of them was a fake. And if you add a third one, that's 3 forgers. And if you add, it just keeps going.
Order! Order! Order!
So you are telling us that Drew Misham, the victim, was a fake? Well, if he was the fake, who is the real forger? My goodness. You'd better not be claiming there was some kind of switcheroo. I don't know what that was.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to back up your story.
Torture session. So many forgeries.
Mr. Justice, show us who the real Drew Misham was.
If Drew Misham wasn't the real forger, there's only one other person it could be. Understood, Your Honor. Forger Drew Misham was himself a forgery. The real forger was... Oh. There can only be one explanation, really. The real identity of the forger known as Drew Misham was none other than his only daughter, Vera Misham.
Order! Order! Order!
Ew. Yeah, we're a little past the 2-hour mark.
Mr. Justice, this is going out on a limb, even for you.
I kinda agree. I mean, Vera, a forger? Let's consider it before you write it off entirely. If you look at the paintings in the studio, one fact becomes quite clear. And forgery had been taking place in the studio for quite some time. The forger wasn't caught in that trap 7 years ago. I'm trying to look around and see if I got anything to squeak. Oh well, I'm just gonna have to tough it out. This can only mean that the one who was caught in the trap wasn't the forger.
Well, actually, that does make a certain kind of sense.
One more thing. Only 2 seeds of fingerprints were found in the forger's studio. Drew Misham's and Vera Misham's. So many Mishams. If we know that Drew Misham wasn't the forger, that leaves only one possibility by process of elimination. The forger was Vera Misham. Well... fascinating. Bushel looks like a dork.
Vera Misham!
Mishamception. So many Mishams. It's like a whole field.
You've been paying attention to the trial so far.
Let's just ask her and be done with it, shall we? Who are you? Who is the forger Drew Misham? Oh? What was that? An expression of emotion I saw on her face? She's staring holes into Prosecutor Gavin's face. Sure, yeah. I'm used to being stared at by Frauleins, believe me. Even though they should... what? Even though they usually talk to me too. Tell us, were you the one who forgot whose works of art? What? Oh. Yes.
So the forger Drew Misham was you?
Ooh! Ooh, a bombshell! Yes, it was me.
What? What?
Insert something inspiring. The court was in an uproar and it wasn't coming down. We had a break for a 10-minute recess. To be continued. Oh. Well, thanks for the very, very extremely inspiring thing that you're telling me right now. Very inspired. I almost cried. All right. Okay. Well, that's a lot louder than I thought it would be. All right. I gotta find it now. Hold on, my phone's in the way. Here we go. Pick a different song. Do 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 do. All right. Okay. No more falling asleep for me, y'all. Ace Attorney is crazy. If you really like get into it, it's crazy. It's wild. Some of the characters are fun. If you've never played Ace Attorney, I highly recommend at least playing like the first 3 games, and then getting into some of the others. That's kind of what I'm doing. Is I've played the first 3 games. Now I'm on to some other stuff. Bye Siri. I'm gonna take Peepon and Deacon to Waffle House. Okay, well you guys enjoy Waffle House. Enjoy yourselves. Eat your blueberry waffles in front of Peepaw and make him feel bad. But yeah, if you've never played Ace Attorney, I'd recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I know I sounded like I was falling asleep. That's just because it's, you know, 12 o'clock at night and I'm tired. I'm tired, okay? Leave me alone. But anyhow, you guys know what time it is. It's that time. And I can say this too because it's late. It's time for bed. It's time for bed. Beddy night time. It's time for sleepy nighttime. Oh, the Kingdom Hearts music. Sleepy nighttime. Time for bed. Time for some me. It's one of those. Ciao, until next time, Deacon. Thanks for joining. If you got school or work going on, I wish you luck. I know that stuff sucks. Sunday, it should be like a hangout stream. That is gonna be the Sunday that I play Balatro. So please do hang out with me. We'll be doing some of that, playing some card game related activity. I'm also going to set up the wheel as well, because we need to fill in one of these Sundays. So we'll be pulling out the wheel. I decided to do that because I did take out Little Goody Two Shoes. I decided to just take it out. You know, we've seen how the game works. I feel like we don't really have to go down the other routes to, you know, get the idea. That being said, let's see, do I got anything else? No, I think that's it. So anyhow, that, you know, being said, I already said that. I hope you guys have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Self-care is important. Love yourselves. You're the only you in this world, and I will see you guys Sunday for Balatro. Hopefully I will actually be there on Sunday. Alright? Okay. Bye-bye, y'all. Bye-bye now. Goodbye now. Bye-bye, y'all. Bye-bye. Bye, creator. Bye, Deacon. Thank you guys so much for joining, for hanging out with me. Goodbye. Goodbye.